going on, Zoms? It's 10:39 in the morning, still the 20th of September 2023. I am one frazzled dude. Yeah, well, imagine waking up in a world and you finally realize that everything else is totally bonkers and out of your control, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. And that's what I'm feeling like right now. It's not life, it's dealing with situations that we are forced to deal with on a constant basis, and that is survival. Now, I'm working on that one. I'm working on that one because it's scaring the living crap out of me. Looking at all these food prices and everything else going up and up. I know the inflation. I know. I'm just now waking up to the fact. Intellectually, I understood it. I understood the why we were going, or why things were so expensive until I actually saw the sticker shock, and that's what scared the hell out of me. The sticker shock, and I'm not quite sure how to deal with that one. All right, well, that's fine. Everything else she found. Oh, issues with that. At least I have a chicken to boil up. I mean, fried tonight, but I have to boil up the chicken. $13 to $14 for a whole chicken. When the processed shit's a lot cheaper than that, about $10. It's already cooked. You go over to your store and you'll be able to pick up the stuff that way. When trying to get additional supplies, I wanted to fix tacos at home. You know what I would need for tacos at this point? Well, the shell's about $3.50, $4, depending if you get the cheap crap. Well, what nachos? Maybe about $2.50 or $3 a bag of already processed chips. About $2 or $3 worth of corn tortillas that you can cut up in chunks and then fry those things up, or try to warm them up a bit and put them into a tortilla holder. Not to mention about $3 or $4 for a bottle of hot sauce, or mild if you like it. I do. Then there's the bag of lettuce to use, or the whole lettuce if you need to, and a bag of cheese. Talking about 10 bucks right there, or maybe more. So basically, we're talking about $40 worth. Oh, we didn't even say anything about the meat, have we? The hamburger. For a regular, maybe about a third pound of hamburger costs about $6. For a 3 pound roll, that costs out here $15. I would have to spend about approximately $50 just to make my own tacos at home. Of course, with the 3 pound meat, I could use that part of it just to get something going. On SNAP benefits, just to feed somebody with this. Hell, if you get $20 a month, you can't even fix yourself a taco. And what I'm going to end up doing right now is getting the processed chicken shit. Processed chicken, I mean, they got a whole rotisserie chicken. Bit flavored up, but my dog and I can share it. My dog doesn't like canned food anymore. She'll deal with the dry food as much as she can for the roughage. But for anything else, I have to fix for her. Whole chicken, which I'm probably going to be boiling tomorrow anyway. And it's costing a lot just to eat out. If I wanted to get me hamburgers over at the store, over at a McDonald's or a Jack in the Box, it'll cost me about $20 or $30 just for maybe, if I'm lucky, a couple of burgers. Almost comes across that way, doesn't it? Used to be a dollar menu decades ago. Gone. $2.50 for a cheeseburger or for a hamburger. Simple fries, another $2.50, $3 like that. So basically, I would be spending about $10 trying to get me a hamburger, fries, and maybe a bit of milk if there's anything out there. And this is scary. This is scary. I heard the horror stories from folks long ago. How prices used to be a lot different back then. And they still had to freak out about the they freaked out about the prices back then. We looked at them like, oh my God, they were cheaper back then. Yeah, but the cost of living was worse back then. You didn't have that much income coming in. So everything had to be scrounged like crazy. I know the same thing happened with my family, with my mama. She had to parcel out how much we had to spend because we didn't have that much money coming into the household. A long time ago, we were taking care of two elderly ladies. We had food stamps during those days. We had money allotment coming from the state to help us out, and we had to partial things out. And then when we did the monthly, we had to have a grocery list before the first of the month. Because when we had the money coming in for the state aid, we went. We went. And we had a fight with everybody else in line. First of the month, everything else goes hell in a handbasket, and the retailers are going, oh, great, here we go. They didn't have, in some of the stores we went into, different lines that actually had said food stamps and the other one. That was a hell of a discrimination. Everything had to be processed the way it was. Anyway, I gotta turn this on pause right now. I got groceries coming in. Hi guys. Okay, here it is about DoorDash. Just forgetting, and I'm gonna give you that information here. A couple of seconds about what it is to order food. I mean, yeah, we can walk into the supermarket and get the grub that way, be no issue, right? So I keep thinking to myself, but I have to walk up about 2 miles to get to the store or order, and I don't know if I'm going to have it in time or not. I have to make plans ahead of getting a grocery run over to the store by entailing the dialer ride service out here, which is basically the taxi hosted by Current Transit and another company, DevTrans, I think. Anyway, the ride's a short excursion. 2 miles is no problem in vehicle, but when you're stuck as a pedestrian like myself, bad feet, it's a struggle trying to get even to the bus stop. I mean, I got a bus stop about 1.5 miles. That'll get me to Lancaster, and that's about it. But anything else, forget it. Meanwhile, I'm stuck with the DoorDash. Actually, with the dial ride and DoorDash. DoorDash is the delivery service that we've had ongoing since the COVID. And it's still popular to this time because there are people out here and they get fast food, but also a bit of groceries. And I am the one getting groceries at this point. Getting into my account of the orders I've had, I'm going into the order history. Now, this recent order I just have. Now, yeah, listen to this one, okay? Let me read a receipt and then I'll talk to you about it. This is from the Albertsons store, okay? Just for today, I'd ordered 8 bananas. I usually stretch those damn things about one or two a day, unless I really got a craving. For 8 bananas, it's $3. It's 75 cents per pound. Hot crinkle cut potato wedges, 6.20 for about a pound or more. I got them in here somewhere. They're very crispy. Uh, Chicken tenders. I got about a pound of those. That's about 12.59. Now they're about for about 1.15 pounds of chicken tenders. That cost me about 12.59. Maybe about 4 or 5 of them lucky because if they're thick enough, they'll be weighty enough on that one. But 12.59. It's roughly the same equivalent as a restaurant without the wedges. A whole bag fryer, which is about 5.5, a little over 5.5 pounds. 12.21. Now this is out here in Roseman, California. So it's basically 2.20 per pound, $2.20 per pound. A package of 10 count 100% ground beef patties, $13.20. I'm lucky enough if I actually pay about $20, or actually about I meant to say $12 for maybe 70% fat on those. A whole gallon of milk from Lucerne is $11. Only because I got two of them. Two of them for that. And a traditional roasted chicken. Whole chicken, almost the same equivalent as the other one. It's about 30 ounces anyway. $9.90. Eggs, a 12 count. Lucerne Foods Farm cage-free large eggs. $3.10. Now, adding that up for the subtotal is $71.20. Service fee is, well, I got a discount fee, so it's $3.56. Tax is $1.84. Dashier's tip and delivery charge is $6. So basically, I just spent $82. That's going to last me maybe about 2 or 3 days if I'm lucky. You're going to be asking me, do I eat it like this all the time? Prices have gone up. Milk used to be a hell of a lot cheaper, maybe 2.5 for a gallon. Eggs, maybe about 2 or less. It's the meat that's gotten more and more. My dog can't deal with the canned food. She's too damn old for it. So I have to get her something. Now, for the whole chicken, what I can do, the rotisserie chicken, yeah, I can tear that damn thing apart and cut it up, and we can both have it. Take us maybe about 2 or 3 days if I spare it right and throw in it with other things. The whole chicken that I just purchased, I can boil up. That'll last me another 2 or 3 more days for her. And if I want some chicken soup or maybe chicken and dumplings, I can do that. I was trying to talk to my DoorDasher. She's a really neat gal. She's seen the prices, and yeah, it drives her nuts because she's also got a family to feed. Inflation? Yeah. Food prices going up? Yeah. Now, I know the other people are going to say, who are you going to blame for this one? And they're going to fix the damn prices now, is it? And keeping up with the damn anger and hatred ain't going to help me much either. But this is what I have to deal with. I have to deal, I have to manage, I have to cope, I have to function with it. Not much more I can do. It's not like I'm going up to my congressman and say, "What the hell are you going to do with the food prices?" It's market right now. It's market prices. It's whatever food fluctuations we got and whatever up the CEOs of all these damn food chains out there. We want the food. We're going to have to pay. And if there's scarcity, then we're talking about supply and demand at this point over here. When the demand is more than the supply is a lot higher, demanding more value for it, thus more profit. It's not the easiest damn thing to cope with, and it's not the easiest thing to look at yourself in the mirror, but it is the stuff I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis on it. Sucks, but what else is there to do?